Everybody have before, all of that good stuff. Good to see everyone. Today, July 16th, there a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion. Second.
Motion second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I vote minutes approved. Virgil? Yeah, first.
We've got two for you tonight. First one is 2634 20th Street. House, contacted the owner. She's not gonna contest. She will not be here tonight. She's gonna go ahead and let us tear this one down, and she is aware that if it's torn down, the cost reverts back to her.
See that front picture again? The very first one.
Yeah, it's like,
Well,
I was gonna say, can I have those bricks?
do letters.
I think that's where we were.
Okay, so.
Tear it down. So this, I think this is the second one here. Yep, somehow or another, something got, the front page got missed on this one. What is that?
What is that?
Alright, so the next one that she's gonna go to is 3601 21st Street. So, the owner has pulled a permit for a roof repair only. Now, I texted him today, I did talk to him yesterday, and I didn't realize that's all he had pulled the permit for. I texted him to let him know that, we require that these houses be brought up as close to 100% code compliant as possible.
that's good.
That he's gonna have more repairs and things that he's gonna need to do, and I told him to be prepared to answer questions to y'all on his plan of action for that. But he does have a permit for a roof repair only, said they're supposed to start on that this weekend. So,
Aren't there, are those windows out that we see?
no, all the windows are in.
Okay.
There is one, I think there was one crack. The little side section there, is about to fall in, and there's multiple holes in the roof. We had this in property maintenance for quite a while. I had a deposition out for the owner, and never could get him into court, and, finally just signed off for it. When we got the multiple holes in the roof, we decided just to go ahead and condemn it.
So do y'all have a recommendation for us on that one? Is it condemn it?
If he gives, I mean, if y'all are good with his, plan of action to make the repairs, and he understands the 100, as close to 100% code compliant, I have no problem with giving him 90 days to see how he progresses. But, and like I said, the first thing he's gonna do is fix the roof, which is the smartest thing. Get it repaired so he's not getting any further damage to the interior of the house. And then he can pull a subsequent permit to make the other repairs to the exterior of the house. And then once we get the exterior buttoned up, he can move to the inside and work through the permitting process.
Whose district is it?
This one is 2, I believe. I think it's District 2, I'm not sure.
I'm okay with giving them additional time. Let's see.
The street that this one's on, we've demoed a couple of other houses over there, so we started cleaning up some of the rougher houses on that street.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for what you do, Virgil.
Any more questions, Virgil, these two? Alright, thanks, sir. Zach?
I've got 2 rezonings for you guys, these 2 public hearings, that also have annexations associated with them. So they're requesting to annex into the city and then rezone the property that's being annexed. So the first one here is DP Properties petitioning to rezone 4.5 acres at 1231 Inglewood Village Drive from R1 to BH. So again, when they annex into the city, they come in as R1. So here's the location of that property, down 69 South, south of Winn-Dixie, south of the Publix. It's that whole piece of property right there. You can see the purple that you see there is BH, and that is what they are proposing to rezone to once they annex into the city. And there's the aerial currently vacant today. They're rezoning in order to zone the property for commercial use. They have they're subdividing into 5 lots there, and they have one user currently. I'm not sure exactly who that is or what they're doing, but BH is the zoning that they're requesting. And it does conform to framework, and planning commission did unanimously recommend approval for the rezoning as well as the annexation. And there's the future character land use map. And then the next, if y'all have any questions.
Are we gonna annex it first
So
and then rezone? Is that 2 separate?
y'all will be
items?
doing both tonight, and so the request would be, the public hearing is gonna happen with the rezoning, and we call it pre-zoning, so essentially, if it's annexed into the city, then it would go to that zone, but y'all are doing everything tonight. So the annexations I'm introducing to you guys tonight, and upon unanimous consent, y'all can vote on that tonight.
Is this you? Yes.
Have many persons who live in the Inglewood area reached out?
So there was one lady who came to the meeting at planning commission who just had some concerns, but other than that, no sir.
No heavy opposition to it.
And then our next rezoning, and of course, another annexation. So this is Gonzalez Strength and Associates petitioning to rezone 1.86 acres around 8600 Highway 69 South from R1 to BN. So this is going to be a neighborhood grocery store down 69 South. Those 2 red pieces, so the blue piece today is in the city limits, but they are also, yeah, they will also have both of those pieces of property that they're annexing to the city rezoned BN, for a new grocery store. So this is their concept, so they have that little sliver so that they can have that access where, I'm not sure if there's gonna be a light there, but I think there might already be a
Is
light
that that
there.
neighborhood Walmart?
I was trying to
Yes.
get them to come on up a little bit further.
And then, it'll also have a gas station component as well. It does conform to framework, and planning commission did unanimously recommend approval.
Is this the one we had years ago and then now it's come back?
That's right, yes sir. And then again, the annexations for introduction that can be adopted following unanimous consent. So this is that Inglewood Village. I'm not gonna go through it again, but it is a primary expansion area, and everyone, we, of course, send a review out to all these departments and divisions. No issues with the request. Environmental Services did specify that they're not gonna be providing services to this area. So that was for the Inglewood. This one is for that neighborhood grocery store. So again, this property here, primary expansion area, and ESD will not be providing services to this area as well. Other than that, no issues for these annexations. And then I have one additional annexation for you. So those 2 are kind of together. This one is on its own. So this is an annexation for introduction. Again, can be adopted tonight. This is for 2 acres located at 11351 April Sound Drive. So this is adjacent to the lake. It's a single family home, kind of up by the 69 bridge. It's hard to get your bearings when we're around the lake. But the 69 bridge is just on the right side of that property. For schools, and they have signed applications stating that they understand that they are, if they're in the city, they're in the city.
Norman Crow application.
Here's the location of the property, the aerial, they're annexing for city benefits. And then there were no issues, it is outside of ESD service area.
I'd asked Zach, a couple weeks ago for how many annexations have actually been for our city schools, and I appreciate you sending me that. I think this will probably make about a dozen.
Yeah, yes, sir. I believe exactly.
All North Ridge.
That's what I got for tonight.
So exactly, a question on another topic. We're dealing in District 4 with another accessory building. It's a building that shouldn't have been built without a permit. And, you know, every now and then we get one of these and it's, you know, 3/4 up before we get involved. Are we checking the licensing of the builder in these cases? And if so, who's doing it?
Yeah, so, they have a contractor that we've been working with.
So the contractor is licensed to do business in Tuscaloosa, has a business license
So,
to operate in Tuscaloosa? How do they not know they can't do that?
that is a good question. They actually.
Who's gonna answer it?
I think the applicant should answer it.
Okay.
Going forward.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So there'll be a zoning board adjustment as well as HPC. They have two processes that they're gonna be going through.
But we are checking the builders
Yes,
to make sure they're licensed to do business.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what the requirements are for, I believe with a residential, you don't have to actually have, obviously they have to have a business license, but I don't think they have to be a licensed contractor if it's a residence, if they're working on residential, which is this situation. But I can check with building and I can give you that information.
The building,
Yeah, building and inspector.
okay, cause you know, when they pull in and they're working Sunday nights, but not during, you kind of wonder what's going on.
I agree, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Mayor Maddox.
I don't have anything in a report, but Eric Thompson would like to make an introduction to the council, so Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor. So you're gonna see a new face up here. This is Scott Yarbrough. He is the new the new director of facility maintenance. You've seen Tim up here for the past 11 months. So Tim Sullivan has been moved over to construction and will be heading up the construction projects and facility improvement projects. And Scott's gonna be taking over for maintenance. So I just wanna come, let you guys know who Scott is. He's come to us from the University of Alabama where he was over the renovation teams. And so we're looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Well, thank you, and I'm glad to be here.
Good to have you here.
So now, you know, we've got Craig over landscaping, Tim will be over all the new construction projects that we're undertaking, and then Scott's over maintenance. If you have any questions, please call us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Connor, we have 4 items for executive session.
The two will be going to conference room.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Scott.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
I am about midway down on page 2 of your agenda. We're on page 21 and 22. You'll be authorizing the city of Tuscaloosa to join in the state of Alabama and other local governments as participants in certain opioid settlements. This, of course, comes from my office. On page 23, you'll be
Scott, is
authorizing.
this a different one than the ones we've already?
This is the one that Mr. Hobbs sent you, the
Okay.
brief email detailing. We are expecting somewhere in the neighborhood of $250. On page 23, you'll be authorizing payment of Alabama Power Company's final invoice for laying underground power transmission lines regarding the Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard Jack Warner Parkway improvements, phase 1. This is a total of $1,257,187.89. This was presented to you in projects on the 2nd. On page 24, you'll be authorizing a disbursement from the District 1 Improvement Fund for the Ivy Foundation of Tuscaloosa. This is a total of $1,000 and came to finance on the 2nd. On page 25, you'll be authorizing disbursement from District 1 Improvement Funds for the Johnny Shine Blues Foundation. This is a total of $500 and came to you in finance on the 2nd. On page 26, you'll be authorizing payment to the USI Insurance Services LLC of Alabama for the renewal of EMT home health care professional liability insurance. That's a total of $8,496.96, and this was presented to you in finance on June the 25th as well as July the 2nd. On page 27, you'll be authorizing professional engineering and related services contract with Cassidy Company for interconnection with Citizens Water Service Project. This is a total not to exceed $105,705 and was presented to the project on the 2nd. On page 28, you'll be authorizing professional services agreement with Jacobs Engineering Group for the Jerry Pond Water Treatment Plant Expansion Study. This is a total of $216,300, and it was presented to you in projects on the second. On page 29, you'll be authorizing the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services from Cyber Support Lincoln. This is a total of $298,895 and was previously budgeted purchase that comes to us from purchasing. On page 30, you'll be authorizing the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services for CFG. This is a total of $5,855 and again was a previously budgeted purchase that came from purchasing. On page 31, you'll be authorizing amendment number 4 to the 2019 B warrant series budget. This was presented to you in finance on the second. On page 32, you'll be authorizing the Tuscaloosa Police Department and of City Attorney to execute a memorandum of understanding between the Tuscaloosa Police Department and the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, and this came to you in finance on the second. I will skip over the 3 annexations that Mr. Pons covered. On page 44, you'll be authorizing amendment number 19 to the FY 2024 general fund budget. This was presented to you in finance on the second. And on page 45, you'll be authorizing amendment number 20 to fiscal year 2024 water sewer fund budget. And again, this was presented to you in finance on the second. Are there any questions for me?
Any questions for Scott?
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. And I must say, I am beyond excited to see Brandy back. How's the babe? How's the new one?
He's good. He's actually 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
So both boys healthy.
Very healthy, yes.
It's great to see you. Absolutely great to see you.
Thank you.
And we missed you. And Haley, did she leave?
No.
Haley, you did an incredible job. You really
Probably
did.
more happy than anybody to see you back.
You would have been proud, buddy. It's there. You've done.
Very proud.
She was needed. Haley was right there. And also, I do want to say, anyone that's watching, that came to the University Boulevard Improvements Project, July 18th, which is Thursday, is the last day for public comments. And there's been tons of them. We're going to compile them Thursday, and then probably some one-on-one meetings with people. But the overwhelming response has been very positive. There's going to be a few issues that we'll have to work through, but again, thank everyone for coming out. But I've been asked a lot, what's next? And it's compiling all the information from that meeting that will be after July 18th. Any other councilors have anything you'd like to bring this time? Any other department heads, staff? Okay, projects, finance, admin, community development, and council at 6. Personnel board will meet Thursday, and the ZBA in the council chambers at 5 o'clock on Monday. Is there a motion that we go into executive session?
Move. Second.
Motion second. Mr. Holmes?
Yes, sir. I have 4 of them, Mr. Tyner, so you may have to give me a second. As your city attorney and attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama, I can certify that the topics for executive session are appropriate as to discuss with their attorney the legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation, controversies not yet being litigated, but imminently likely to be litigated or imminently likely to be litigated if the governmental body pursues a proposed course of action, as well as to discuss security plans, procedures, assessments, measures, or systems for the security or safety of persons, structures, facilities, or other infrastructure, including without limitation concerning critical infrastructure. The public disclosure of which could be reasonably expected to be detrimental to the public safety and welfare, as well as to discuss the consideration the governmental body is willing to offer, accept when considering the purchase, sale, exchange, lease, or market value of real property. And finally, to discuss preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade or commerce in which the governmental body is in competition with private individuals or entities or other governmental bodies in Alabama or other states or foreign nations, the discussions of which would have a detrimental effect upon the competitive position of a party to the negotiations or upon the location, retention, expansion, or upgrading of a public employee, business entity, or area served by the governmental body if disclosed outside of executive session. Not too bad after vacation.
Not bad at all. We have a motion second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? If you're not part of this executive session, respectfully ask if you do